Hello Year 1 and welcome to Monday's English. So we have just finished a unit of English, which was our 3-week narrative on the storm whale, and you did such an amazing job with your stories. I was so proud of you all when I read through your stories. You have done an amazing job, so well done all of you. And today, new week, we're starting a new unit of learning just for this week. And I'm going to introduce you to something new here that you can see on the screen. So these are thinking boxes to success, and we've not used them before, but we have talked about all the things in them. So I'm going to tell you what each box means. If we look right in the middle of the 3 boxes, this box here, it's got the purpose and it's got the audience. So the purpose of what we're going to write this week is going to be to entertain. So that means for other people's enjoyment, they'll read what you're going to write and it will make them happy and they'll enjoy it. And the audience is the people who's going to read your story. And normally when we're in school, we choose somebody to be our audience, and we would choose another class or we'll choose our parents. But because you're at home, most of you, it's your choice who you'd like to share your writing with this week. So it might be mum and dad who are at home with you. It might be somebody, another family member who lives somewhere else, and you might read them your writing. It's completely up to you who your audience is going to be. So then if we look at the next box, we are going to be doing this week some poetry. So the poem that we're going to be basing our writing on is a counting poem. So that's our key feature. And it's also got some rhyming words in it. So that's another key feature of our writing this week. And then if we look at the biggest box now, this is our grammar. And that's the things that we're going to focus on in our writing. Now, last week, when we were doing our storm whale stories, our grammar was our capital letters and our full stops. So as you can see, capital letters here, that's always going to be our grammar focus. Our full stops over here, again, we always need full stops. And then also finger spaces. And something new that we're going to be looking at as noun phrases. And we have done this before, we've just not called them noun phrases before. So a noun phrase is when you have a noun, which is a thing, we've talked about that before, and then you use an adjective, remember that word, to describe the noun. So we did this last time when we were looking at the story Zog and the Flying Doctor. So that was a while ago now, wasn't it? But we did that then, so we're going to be doing that again. So everything we'll do this week is what you've done before. Okay, but with a different genre of writing. We've never done poetry in Year 1, so it's really exciting that we're going to be doing that this week. So, first question for you is, what is poetry? We've not done it in Year 1 before, so I wonder if you could just engage in some conversation at home or at school. What is poetry? What is a poem? So pause the video now and have a chat. Well done, Year 1. So should we have a look underneath these boxes and see what it says about poetry? So the first one says poetry is a type of writing. Well, we know that, don't we? Okay, next one says a poem can be about anything. They can tell a story, or they might be a thought you have or an emotion you have felt. That's a feeling. And the last one says some poems rhyme. This means it has words that sound the same. For example, cat, sat, bat, rat. Okay, so a poem isn't a long story like a book. It's something that's a lot shorter than a story, but it could tell a story. Or like it says, it could be feelings that you have. It might have rhyming words. I'm sure you've all read poems before. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing for this week. We're going to be writing our own poems, which is really exciting. So before we think about what kind of poem we're going to be writing, what is a rhyming word? Well, we've just talked about it. Rhyming words are words that sound similar to each other when you say it or hear them. And I know that you can all identify words that rhyme. So a really quick task for you to do is there are 6 words there and they all have a rhyming pair. So they all go together. So there should be 2 words that rhyme. So can you please write down the words next to each other that rhyme? So we've got sea, hand, whale, tea, sand and tail. So the 2 words that rhyme, can you put them next to each other in your book so that you've got 3 lines of 2 words on each line, okay? So pause the video now to do that one. Well done, Year 1. So let's have a look then. So far, at the moment, it's a sea hand. That doesn't rhyme, doesn't it? So what word rhymes with sea? Well done, Year 1. So the word tea rhymes with sea. So I'll match that one up. Okay, what about hand? What rhymes with hand? Well done, hand and sand. And then that means that whale and tail rhyme. We know they do. Well done. That's a quick little exercise to get your brains warmed up. So now we're going to read a rhyming poem, and this is what we're going to base our writing on for the next week. Okay, so this rhyming poem is called Five Little Mermaids. Let me read it to you now. 5 little mermaids were swimming near the shore. One took a dive, and then there were 4. 4 little mermaids were swimming out to sea. One went for food, and then there were 3. 3 little mermaids, now what shall we do? One swam away, and then there was 2. 2 little mermaids were having great fun. One took a plunge, and then there was 1. 1 little mermaid, I like the warm sun. Away she went, and then there were none. So, could you spot the words that rhymed in that poem? I wonder if you can have a little chat at home or at school and see if you can pick out some of the words that rhyme, because not every word rhymes, does it? But there are words in every line that rhyme. So can you have a chat about that now and pause the video and come back to me once you've done that? Brilliant. Shall we read it again then? And I'm going to underline now the words that rhyme. Okay, so 5 little mermaids were swimming near the shore. One took a dive, and then there were 4. Did you hear those 2 rhyming words? So shore rhymes with the word 4. Fantastic. Okay, let's spot the next ones. 4 little mermaids were swimming out to sea. One went for food, and then there were 3. So sea and 3 rhyme. 3 little mermaids, now what shall we do? One swam away, and then there was 2. So do and 2. 2 little mermaids were having great fun. One took a plunge, and then there was 1. Well done. 1 and fun. 1 little mermaid, I like the warm sun. Oh, I'm telling you before I've read the rhyming word, aren't I? Away she went, and then there were none. So none and sun. Right, fantastic. Well done. Okay, so year 1, your job today is not a writing job, apart from the little bit of writing done already. Your job is to perform this poem using some actions, okay? So it's your job to make up your own actions for the poem. So I'll think of some for the first 2 lines, and you might agree with me, or you might think of different actions, but I know you're amazing at thinking of actions to perform. So I'm thinking, 5 little mermaids were swimming near the shore. One took a dive, and then there were 4. Okay, so I think it's a really good idea to show the numbers on your fingers, and then you can act out the other things. So I went for this for swimming, and then I went for this for dive, and there were 4. Okay, so I wonder if you can do the rest of the poem and think of some actions to go with all the different things that the mermaids do. And then once you've thought of your actions, I'd really love a video of you on Class Dojo performing your poem. So if you're finding it a bit difficult to read the poem and do the actions, that's fine. Maybe somebody at home could read the poem and you could do the actions and they can record you. Or you might like to have a go at reading the poem and doing the actions as well. Okay, so I suggest that you pause the video on this page while you think of that. And then when you think you're ready, I love your performance of the poem to go on to Class Dojo. And I really look forward to watching them. Okay, so happy performing year 1. I can't wait to see all your actions. And I will see you tomorrow to carry on with this poetry. Bye, everyone.